Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna,
Dandavat
Prabhuji,
Pranam.
please.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna. Welcome
Hare
all of
Krishna,
you to this
Prabhuji.
Bhagavad Gita
Dandavat
session.
pranam.
So let us start taking the blessings of Guru Shri Prabhupada Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ज्ञानतिवरान्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर स्वामी गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So today we'll be discussing from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 7 and 8. I think everybody will be knowing these two verses. So 4.7. Yada yada hi dharmasya ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Whenever, translated by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I dissent myself. The 8th verse, 4th chapter, 8th verse. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Translation by Divine Srila Prabhupada ki jai. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namo Vishnu Krishna 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 Mahavishnu Swami Name. See, in the 3rd chapter, he explained that the knowledge, it is actually covered by lust. Knowledge is, the lust, it covers knowledge, and ignorance, it actually binds us into this material world. So, Karma Yoga, he was talking about dutiful, detached work. Karma Yoga is the means given to attain the transcendental knowledge. And also, chapter 3, that is the previous chapter, it glorifies the transcendental knowledge in 3 ways. First is being able to elevate us from Sakama Karma Yoga to Nishkama Karma Yoga. Number 2, being able to award our intelligence the strength to overcome all the lusty desires. And 3, having the power to purify our consciousness from passion to goodness. So now chapter 4, it emphasizes, so what is transcendental knowledge and how it is received. In fact, in third chapter, 30th verse mentions that to perform the highest level of Karma Yoga, surrendering all works to Krishna, one must know who Krishna is, right? He says, to perform the highest level of Karma Yoga, that is surrendering all our works to Krishna, one must first know who is Krishna is. So chapter 4 provides this knowledge. See, many times we see that based on our limited intelligence and knowledge, we propose some theories. And understanding that, we feel that this is why it has happened like this, or this was like this, so it happens like this. But actually, it is like the estimate of the Dr. Frog in the well. Prabhupada always quotes this, Dr. Frog in the well. That is in the frog, in the well there is a frog, right? So his friend comes from outside and he discusses, he says, see, outside I saw very huge ocean. So Dr. Frog, who is in the well, he has never come out. See, oh, very huge. Is it so big? or little bigger than this, or little bigger than, just estimating. It doesn't know how much outside, right? So actually, it is like the estimate of the frog in the well. So a very similar point is the reason for Lord Krishna's incarnation. That's why Krishna is very categorically said in 4.7. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bhavarata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajamyam. So whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. But still, see, there are people in general, no? They, they misunderstand this statement in Shastras. The Lord appeared to reduce the burden of the earth. Correct. So what happens? So they take it literally. They say the Lord appeared to reduce the increasing population on the earth. And even they start proposing birth control pills, other such techniques to prevent overpopulation. So Srila Prabhupada, he gives a very fitting, very practical and logical clarification to such misunderstandings in his purport to Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 3rd chapter, 14th verse. He says, it is a wrong theory that due to an increase in population, the world becomes overburdened. It is wrong. So therefore there are wars and other analytic processes. So this is, see, the earth is never overburdened. Prabhupada says. He said, how? The heaviest mountains, right? And the oceans on the earth, they hold more living entities than there are human beings. And mountains and oceans, they are never overburdened. See, if a census were taken, see, if a census were taken of all the living beings on the surface of the earth, okay, certainly it will be found that the number of humans is not even 5% of the total number of living beings, like aquatics, bees, birds, so many things, right? So, Rupa says if the birth rate of human beings is increasing, then the birth rate of other living beings is also increasing proportionately. In fact, the birth rate of lower animals like beasts, aquatics, birds is far greater than that of human beings. There is an adequate arrangement for food for all the living beings all over the earth by the order of the Supreme Lord. And he can arrange more and more if there is actually a disproportionate increase of living beings. Krishna can then do it, right? In fact, the elephants, they eat tons and tons of food. It is arranged already. Now, elephants don't hoard or do anything. So Prabhupada continues in this purport. He says that what exactly is meant by reducing the burden of the earth. See, the overburden was not due to the increasing population. Okay, we think that because of increasing population is overburden. No, he says the overburden is due to the increasing population of miscreants or those who do not act in a way pleasing to Krishna. So therefore, there is no question of an increasing population causing overburden. Not at all. Earth became overburdened due to dharma glani, that is irregular discharge of the Lord's desire. See, the Lord appeared on the earth. Why did he appear? To curb the increase in miscreants. And not the increase in population, not because of that. As it is very wrongly put forward by this mundane economists, right? So when Lord Krishna appeared, there had been sufficient increase in miscreants actually, who had violated the desire of Krishna. So the material creation is meant for fulfilling the desire of the Lord. And what is the Lord's desire? Lord's desire is that the conditioned souls who are unfit to enter the kingdom of God, at least they will have a chance to improve their conditions for entering to the kingdom of God. So Prabhupada gives very positive conclusion to understand what it really means by burden on the earth. See, although there may be a great increase in population on the surface of the earth, if the people are exactly in line with Krishna consciousness and are not miscreants, such a burden on the earth is a source of pleasure for her. So the actual need of the hour is not a reduction in the population, but reduction in our unwanted lust, greed, envy. See, Krishna, he advanced in this middle world as per his supreme will, right? And for some special reason. That's why in 4.7 he says, Yada yada dharmasya. So every incarnation of Krishna has some special function. See, in each and every incarnation, our Supreme Father Krishna is mercifully teaching us some lesson, which we have to understand and learn and put it into practice. See, in this world, when someone disobeys us, what happens? We get angry with them and even stop caring or helping them. Correct? But Krishna is so kind, Father, that even after our repetitive disobedient acts, he mercifully appears and Krishna is anxious to take us back home, back to Godhead. See the difference. So at least in this valuable human life, we should take advantage of his mercy, right? And try to follow his instructions sincerely and purify our existence. I think I will mute all this, some disturbance. Sorry. See, in the Janmashtami lecture given by Srila Prabhupada in London on August 21st, 1973, Prabhupada very nicely explains as to why we should purify ourselves. Okay. So Prabhupada says, the best thing is that, see, you have enjoyed sense life in so many varieties of life. As cats, as dogs, demigods, tree, plants, insects. And now, in this human form of life, he says, don't be captivated by the sensuous life. Just try to understand Krishna. That is the verdict of the Shastras. Nayam deho deha bhajam nirloke kashtan kaman arhate vid bhujam ye. Srimad Bhagavatam 5:5:1. To work very hard like dogs and hogs for sense gratification. It's not the ambition of human life. Not at all. Human life is meant for little austerity. Tapo divyam putraka yena shuddhayet sattvam. We have to purify our existence. That is a mission of human life. So why I shall purify my existence? Brahma sokyam tvanantam. That is, you get unlimited pleasure, unlimited happiness. That is real pleasure. See, all of us want to be happy. Is there anybody who doesn't want to be happy? Everybody wants. That is only, that's all. That's our main aim. So it is the eternal truth experienced by all of us. We want to be happy, but the eternal truth is this place is dukkhalaya ashashvatam, which Krishna says in Bhagavad-gītā. So irrespective of whether we are rich or poor, whether we are old or young, whether we are a student, whether we are employed, whether we are married, unmarried, each and every one of us have our own baggage of sorrows and miseries in this world. See, whatever happiness we experience here, no, it's also temporary. See, there is always an internal desire, no, to become free from these miseries and achieve eternal happiness. Everybody has. So to attain this happiness, we have to take a little bit of austerity, as suggested by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, we should voluntarily agree to be controlled by Krishna. We should voluntarily agree to be controlled by Krishna. Whereas in the middle world, we don't want anybody to control us. We want to control others, right? So if we voluntarily agree to be controlled by Krishna, that is devotional service. See, we are spiritual energy. Krishna is the Supreme Spirit. So if we agree to be controlled by Krishna, then we are promoted to the spiritual world. If we agree, right? So Krishna does not interfere with your little independence. Yatechasi tatha kuru, 18.63. Krishna says, he says to Arjuna, whatever you like, you can do. So that independence we have got. So when we sincerely surrender voluntarily to Krishna and request Krishna to use us as an instrument, then Krishna bestows us with the spiritual strength and he guides us to serve him in such ways beyond our imagination, irrespective of our health or age. Doesn't matter. He helps us, he facilitates. Whereas when we remain adamant and do not bend down before Krishna, then we are sure to be whipped, marenge, by mental energy and will continue to suffer life after life. My Guru Maharaj, he says that if we don't voluntarily bend down before Krishna, when we are hale and hearty, right? When we don't do dandavats every time, bend down, then we will get hunched back and be forced to bend down before Krishna during our old age. So do it now. And he also says that Janmashtami, Maharaj used to say that Janmashtami is not just an annual festival, not just yearly once. It's not an annual festival. Daily, if we sincerely perform devotional service, be it Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vandanam, or any one of the 9 processes of devotional service, then Krishna at once appears in our heart. Then every day is Janmashtami. So, sincere devotional service unto his lotus feet should be the goal of our life. See, our Supreme Lord Krishna is within everything, right? And he creates everything by his different energies. So, through his inconceivable powers, no, he can appear at any time, any place, in order to favor his sincere devotee. See, Lord Narasimha, he appeared from where? From the pillar, right? So, Lord Narasimha appeared from within the pillar, not by the order of the atheist king, Hiranyakashipu, but by the wish of his devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. See, an atheist, he cannot order the Lord to appear. But the Lord will appear anywhere and everywhere to show his mercy to his devotee. That's why in the 4.8 verse, Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. So Krishna appears in order to vanquish the non-believer atheists and to protect the devotees. Of course, the Lord has sufficient energies and agents, who can vanquish atheists in no time. But it pleases Krishna to personally favor a devotee. So therefore, he descends as an incarnation. Actually, he descends mainly to favor his devotees. And the rest of the activities are only side effects of the main reason. See, whatever activities Krishna does in his incarnations are beyond the modes of nature. He's not connected with that. See, the Lord is not influenced by passion, ignorance, like an ordinary person, not at all. See, when the sage Jamadagni was killed by Kartaveya Arjuna's sons, Lord Parshuram, he took a vow to eliminate the Kshatriya dynasties, right? 21 times. And he accomplished it. Many people think that he did this out of vengeance, that is to take revenge for his father's death. However, the Bhagavad Purana explains that his father's death was only a plea for his eternal mission. See, with the blood of the bodies of these sons, Lord Parshurama created a ghastly river, which brought great fear to the kings, who had no respect for Brahminical culture. Now, because the Kshatriyas, the men of power in government, they are performing sinful activities, Lord Parshurama, on the plea of retaliating for the murder of his father, he got rid of all the Kshatriyas from the face of the earth 21 times. So, in the place known as Samanta Panchaka, he created 9 lakes filled with their blood. You can see in Bhagavatam 9:16, 9th canto, 16th chapter, verse number 18 and 19. So, see, a normal person, he retaliates with vengeance. So, when his near and dear ones or friends, anybody, they are killed. However, for Krishna, who is transcendental, who is the father of everyone, there is no reason to retaliate. So, his anger was due to bent of mind, right, to protect his saintly devotees. So, it is not influenced by passion or ignorance. That's why Srila Prabhupada brings out this point in the purport. He says, Parashurama is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And his eternal mission is Paritranaya Sadhuram Vinashaya Dushkrita, to protect the devotees and annihilate the miscreants. So to kill all the sinful men is one among the tasks of the incarnation of Godhead. Now Lord Parashurama, he killed all the Kshatriyas 21 times consecutively because they were disobedient to the Brahminical culture. So that the Kshatriyas had killed his father was only a plea. The real fact is that because the Kshatriyas, the ruling class, they had become polluted. Their position was inauspicious. Brahminical culture, as actually is enjoined in the Shastras, especially in Bhagavad-gītā, right? Chatur Varniya Maya Shrishtam, Guna Karma Dvakashaka, 4.13. So it is very important to note that Lord Parashurama did not kill all the rulers whimsically. He punished only those who were disobedient to Brahminical culture. See, kings like Janaka and Dasharatha, they were abiding by the rules of the Lord. So Lord Parashurama did not punish them. So now a question may arise. Kali Yuga is filled with fallen Kshatriyas who are worse than Mlechas. So why the Lord is not incarnating to kill them? So Prabhupada answers, according to the laws of nature, whether at the time of Parashurama or at the present moment, if the government becomes irresponsible and sinful, not caring for Brahminical culture, there will certainly be an incarnation of God like Parashurama to create devastation by fire, famine, pestilence, or some other calamity. So whenever the government disrespects the supremacy of the personality of Godhead and fails to protect the institution of Varnashrama Dharma, it will certainly have to face such catastrophes, right? As formally brought by the Lord Parashurama. See, the system of Brahminical culture can be revived by the congregation chanting of the holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. See, by which the humanity can receive the blessings of Lord Parashurama. See, while explaining the meaning of the Mahamantra, Srila Prabhupada explained that the word Rama in the mantra, it refers to four things. Number one, Lord Krishna, who is Radha Ramana, one who gives pleasure to Srimati Radha. That is the first. Number two, it refers to Dasarathi Rama, who gave pleasure to Hanuman, Mother Sita, and other devotees. Number three, it refers to Lord Balram, who gives spiritual strength to all the devotees of Lord Krishna. And four, it also refers to Lord Parashuram, who protected the rishis, brahmanas, and delighted the Bhrigu lineage, Bhrigu Nanda. So, the sweetness of Lord Krishna, the bliss of Lord Rama, the spiritual strength of Lord Balram, and the power and protection of Lord Parashuram, they are all fully invested in the Mahamantra. And by chanting it sincerely, we can receive all the blessings and protection of the Lord in his various forms. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. See, in Bhagavad Purana, Shukadeva Goswami concludes the narration of Parashuram avatar by this beautiful shloka, 9:16-27, where he says, Evam Brugushu Vishwatma, Bhagavan Hari Ishvaraha, Avatirya Param Bharam, Bhuvahan Bhausho Nripan. In this way, the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord and the Supreme Controller, descended as an incarnation in the Bhrigu dynasty and released the universe from the burden of the undesirable kings by killing them many times. So let us pray for the mercy of Guru, Prabhupada, Lord Parshuram, right? So that we'll all get a little taste for chanting the Lord's holy names and relishing his different incarnations. See, over 5,000 years ago, on Janmashtami, Lord appeared at midnight, right? This is a really fact, indeed a historical fact, but it also has a deeper significance. See, midnight is the time of maximum darkness. Correct? Midnight is the time of maximum darkness. And from the moment the Lord appeared, the darkness started diminishing. Similarly, our heart is dark, being afflicted by the multiple anxieties and miseries. But in the darkest hour of our life, when we turn to Krishna and he appears in our heart, all the darkness, it recedes and the light of this eternal hope, it starts streaming in. See, Krishna appeared in a prison cell, right? Amidst shackles. And he freed his parents. So this indicates that all of us who are shackled by our own self-destructive desires can be freed by Krishna who appears in our heart, which is like a prison house. So in this age of Kali, we can very easily and effectively invoke the presence of Krishna in our heart by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let us experience the love, the care, the protection, and the happiness of Janmashtami, the appearance of Lord in our heart, by devotedly chanting His holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Then every day becomes a Janmashtami. Hare Krishna, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad-gītā ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpataru vich kripa sindhu bhaya vacha patitanam pavane bhivashtu ananta purivashtu. Thank you very much, Prabhupada, for this opportunity to glorify the Lord through this wonderful Bhagavad Gita verses. Hare Krishna. If you have any questions or anything to share, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam to everybody assembled. Hare Krishna,
Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna to all
Thank you,
devotees.
Prabhuji. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandas Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so let me stop if we don't have anything else to. Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna.